in -7 minutes. Or +7, or is it positive? I don't know how to say it, but anyway, it is going down soon. We are on the 4th stage, which means the last part of free agency to snatch players. And look. So basically, if you guys want to know, the highest guy on him was 49 points. I said, you know what, fuck it, we're going to use all our money, we're going to put all the chips on the table, he doesn't sign, we keep it like we thought we were going to, and we get lucky, and we get the one, yours truly, the one and only, Patrick Mahomes. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to fix this man. Somebody had to, get him. And I think actually Paul Richardson was the guy in his position, but now the number will be moved on with Patrick Mahomes. I think his skin tone was no, it's just his face in the game. It's kind of whack, but Patty Mahomes will be the quarterback for your Washington Redskins. He can only put 1 point in one place, and that's scrambling, so we'll put it there. He's the greatest quarterback in the NFL, and nobody wanted him, And, now, he signs a small contract, small/huge contract with the one and only, our team. So, it's phenomenal. We got Patty Mahomes now. I don't think this guy expected us to get him. A 98 throw. Look at these stats! He's a goon, bro, and he's good. Everybody's surprised I got Mahomes. So the trade was sent through, and what we're going to do is Antonio Brown. Only 82 overall? Hold up. He's down on 89. If we were wanting to, if we'd want to get him, he's a 14th. Is a 99 morale. 88 speed does tend to scare me. That's our 23rd first round pick and our 3rd round pick. We've got Patty Mahomes now on thy squadron. So in 4 minutes, anyone want Dwayne Haskins? He's kind of worthless at this point, is he not? We're not going to use him. So, I mean, unless we keep him as a backup, but I just don't see us doing that either. Haskins an 82 overall. We'll see what the Steelers are rocking with. Lamar and Terry Wilson, who is having an incredible season. Did he have star development? Normal. How do you got a development up? Terry Wilson was phenomenal for a minute there. He wants Connor off of him. I don't really want Connor though. Damn, I don't know if I want AB, honestly. I'm kind of iffy about that trade now. Here we go. We're simming towards the draft with two superb minutes left. Oh, this is going to be crazy. We might actually have more picks than we assume because I don't necessarily want them. Derek Carr's throwing to Brown, Moore, David Moore's an 82, Moss. Is this Tyrone Williams only an 80, so he called him an 82. It wasn't actually an 82. He's an 80. JD Spielman actually looks pretty damn good. As here we go. If we look at things that are still available, Tyler Lockett's still available. Derrick Henry didn't get a contract. Our signings, we signed one guy around the league. The top signing was our signing on Patty Mahomes, who took our contract, took all the money we had to offer him, and our team is set. Ward went to the Packers for a big contract. Cowboys spent a lot to get Kelsey on a big contract. Falcons on a big contract. Kareem Hunt to the Niners for a huge big contract. Nick Chubb to the Steelers for a pretty decently big contract. QBs that went Rosen to the Bengals, Allen to the Vikings, Jackson to the Steelers, and Baker to the Falcons. And of course, we signed him. Garoppolo will stay in the free agency. Teddy Bridgewater will be in there as well. Kirk Cousins, Phillip Rivers, Nick Mullins, Andy Dalton. There's some big guy names in there. Ben Roethlisberger's still in there, another guy that you know. I think I'd bring in Ben Roethlisberger as a backup, sling it a couple times. At the age of 40, still playing. Might give him a shot at a couple more, or one more season, end this season in Philly as a backup, or Redskins as a backup to Patty Mahomes. Our defense is phenomenal. The offense has finally gotten going. With Dwayne Haskins at that iffy season, we weren't expected to get Mahomes, but now Patrick Aloysius Patty Mahomes is on thy team. Now, one thing we are going to switch up is that'll be the roster. Terry McLaurin here, Justin Roster there. We do need a third guy, and I think we've got to go with AB. Do we want it? We pick the first round, second round, no third round. And I think that's too much for me. I think that with Cap, we can't do that trade. We're gonna have to go with a good receiver round one. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. We should be getting to the draft soon, so I'll hurry. first round, first pick is the Eagles, who pick Allion Steffens, the cornerback out of Temple. Now, obviously, Mike Dennard would be ideal here. Open on the draft board. Out of Ole Miss, 5'9", obviously not the biggest guy. We want to know a decent 6'2", decent speed, decently being able to go up and grab it type of guy. And there, we don't have one of those guys. I mean, the greatest guy we can go with, Nicholas Sally, who is a physical 5'1" runner. I think even then we need a deep threat receiver. And Kendall Goldsberry decided to skip the draft, so that does kind of, tend to break up what we want. We want a deep threat receiver, and Mike Dennard, a little bit on the smaller side, 6 foot. I'm thinking like 6'1", 6'2", 6'2" deep threat. A bigger deep threat guy, and LaJarvis might be the guy. 4'9" is pretty incredible in my opinion. Jose Poole skipped the combine. Then not going to help himself out there, obviously. I think Deion Peck is another guy. He's a little bit slower. I think we look at who were we looking at earlier? Kent Weathers is another guy. I think we look at both of these guys right here. As Denver's not going to pick anything. They still want AB for a first and a second. I'm going to decline because I didn't say a second. I said a third. They're trying to push more out of me.
The Bills are now on the clock.
I don't want Tony Brown on the team. I love the player. I think he's a very good player. Guy we want is Mike Dennard finally goes. It's just the fact that I don't want to get rid of a guy. I don't want a guy that could be given all this money. We could be giving up big draft pick or some type of talent for, and just be completely worthless to the cause. And if he's gonna be that easy to get and trade, it's just not gonna be worth it. Jerron Lennon from UCLA. Going to come out to the Rams. Jerron Lennon has not... I don't think the Rams have really seen the playoffs. See what they can do this year. I don't even know if their team is the Bengals.
The Salt Lake City Elks are now on the clock.
Corey Buchanan picked by the Salt Lake City Elks, who have a couple first-round picks as well, as long as with us. 7th pick of the draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock.
The Salt Lake City Elks are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Dolphins are on the clock. The Saints pick Deshaun Sharp out of the draft. As here we go, Negro Johnson. Let me just start adding people.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
to most of them that we are drafting as. Wyatt Malley Owen already a reach at center from the Miami Dolphins. Oof, Wyatt Malley, I don't know if he was the pick there. We'll see how he grows. Obviously, he gets the overall because, like, when you pick somebody, you think, oh, reach already. Automatically, you just think that. But I think, you gotta give this man a chance. I think that's what they're gonna do is, they've got Mahomes. That was what, if you would have asked us for the playoff stuff the week before, they're gonna start Haskins, but Mahomes is the quarterback. After the playoffs, you're saying they're not drafting a quarterback. They've got Haskins. And now you're saying, you know what? They don't. I don't think they draft a backup quarterback. They have Haskins. They have.
Are now on the clock.
I mean, I say they don't even draft a backup quarterback because they've got Haskins. They've got Mahomes. I mean, unless they decide to trade this man away, there is no way in hell that these men are going. This team is going to draft a QB, as Haskins is not getting paid too much. Nothing severely certain that we need to release him. Obviously, out of all the guys that do, in fact, have, I think one guy we'll probably keep around is Blake Barnett. Mohamed Sanu obviously re-signed, I think, to a 1 year or a couple year contract. As the Bears are on the clock. A lot is gone. Obviously in the first round, you still have Donovan Kerr, who, sometimes takes the value at the position, and I think that's what we'll do there. If we get our hands on Devon Kerr, that's what we're gonna do. But if we get our chance at Angela Winslow, I go pretty fast 40. I think I'd take my chances, and then with William Ford and him, I just don't see anybody taking Carlos Copeland or William Ford. I mean, I really think that if we have to, Donovan Kerr is going to be the man that we take here. Marquise Allen, another guy that Marquise Allen could be taken at the spot. Thurman Dunlap, Chris Morrison, Dave Miller, Max Aiken. I mean,
the Vikings are now on the clock.
That'll be a Carlos Copeland. Will be picked. Like I said, another guy that I don't see coming out at what he's at, and I think the one guy we're gonna take is Donovan Kerr. Angela Winslow could be a decent, but I think Donovan Kerr is gonna be an absolute unit at the pick he'll be at. Whether he reaches 9 more picks, or if he gets picked before that, I'm okay with taking a D tackle here. I think we still have Ryan Kerrigan unless we had to release him. Yeah, we had to release Ryan Kerrigan due to money. If we could get one or D tackle here, an end's gonna be the first pick. I think a nice rookie end for this team. It's going to be phenomenal. We'll have to see what they went for. They went for, as they've got stuff on their thing. It's just the fact that what are they gonna pick? Got a decent first rounder. And I think he's already went. I didn't really check, and there we go. So, an end would be, Gavin Walter is a guy that could definitely become an player. I just don't think I'm taking a receiver. Maybe they do Nate Zahn, late first rounder. Sharif Harold, another late first rounder. I think he looks a bit better out of Tulane. Is going to be a little bit of an issue. Nicholas Sally is another guy that, I think they take early second round. If he's there, he's there. If he's not, he's not. That's quite frankly how I see it. They're going to have 2 late round, first and seconds. So, unless they want one of these guys, Lester Lareau or Joel Woodward. And I could see them definitely taking Joel Woodward or something to that sort. William forward goes, an incredible player compared to what I thought he would be. This is first round talent going really low, so you know. Some drafts are sleeper, some are not. This one was a sleeper draft, you know.
Cowboys are now on the clock.
How people like to say this is arguably the worst draft class, the worst draft class since whenever. I mean, look at it. Daniel Boss goes. I think that was the guy we wanted. He ends up being a stud. As I think it was the guy we were watching, weren't we? Yeah, our left guard goes and becomes an stud. And you know, if we go for a QB, Wright Andrews is looking good. I think Wright Andrews will be picked 7th round, if at all. If not, Gavin Walters looking to fall here to us. So, I mean, we'll see. He's got incredible talent, 23, physical, 6'4" receiver. You know, he's looking to fall to us. I think, if I do remember, Justin Ross is very capable, comparable to 6'4", and he is 6'4", 210. So he's 91, 96. You know, we might even put him, you know, in the slot to make more plays. I mean, I don't know. He's a big athlete. This guy's gonna be big. I think he was like 6'4", 210, I do believe. 6'4", 233. 23 more pounds of just pure muscle. I think is just gonna be a hefty guy to stop. I think you 210, yeah. So Justin Ross is a big fella already. I think if we can get two physical receivers, do we need it? Not really. We don't need Mahomes to have two, you know, not like slow targets. You know, we need people that he can get down the field, gun it to, and make plays. But is that going to be an option at where we are at right now with Chris Conley, Terry McLaurin, and Justin Ross?
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Redskins are on the clock, and the pick for the Redskins might be Joel Woodward. I'll give you my first next year for this one right here. He's gonna win the Super Bowl. Nah. Sorry, man. Okay, he's gonna send us a trade. We're going to trade out of this pick. Out of the Dias pick. He's gonna give us his first and third, or first and second from next year for this first pick right here. I think we gotta go for it, because even though we want to go all out like Mahomes punch, we got him for 7 fucking years. We got Mahomes for a lifetime. You know, we could still look at the, you know, honest, like, long-term effects here. A first round right here for a first and second from next year. We'll take it. And they are going to have the pick of their choice. Now, will Gavin Walter follow us? Maybe not. But if he doesn't, we obviously have backups, such as Nate Zahn. And our other guy was unfortunately taken. So, you know, we don't exactly need this guy. So, Tevin Ellis is a dog. Nice pick. That was an incredible pick. That guy was an menace. Neil Sutherland, not a good pick, but periodic. Cause we don't have too many people. We don't even have. He's got a green button. We've got an in vinyl. We got the Packers, Lift, Marco, Jake, Shaq's on. The Colts are supposedly on. Bears, Titans, Steelers, Broncos are all here, and we don't know if they're going to draft who here. You know, Tyrann Mathieu signed a 3-year contract worth $22 million with the Cardinals, according to a source. So, free agent gone to Kyle, 3 years to Jacksonville. And can we check our schedule? Probably not. I think if Dwayne Haskins' contract is up, we might have to face this division next year. The Titans, the Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Texans. You know, we might face these guys next year. And if we don't, we could face the Bengals, the Browns. But did we face the Bengals and the Browns yet? Yeah, I feel like we faced them not too long ago. Who did we face last year? The Raiders division. So it's either the Colts division or the Bengals and Browns division. We'll figure that out. Austin Croft is the pick. It's not an insanely good one. It's not a great pick, but the Colts do have, you know, if Anthony Costanzo, like, thinking about retirement, you know, I think he's actually already gone. Yeah, Austin Croft is going to have to fill the shoes of Anthony Costanzo. Is he going to be able to do it? Well, the Colts obviously have a thought that he can. They have faith that he will. And, you know, we'll just see if that happens. Andrus Peat we picked up, you know, how to move him to left tackle. It's been phenomenal since the move. Our left tackle Matt Coyle was just not cutting it as Packers are making sure that they want this pick, making sure that everything they want is there. And you know, we're just gonna take the chance. Maybe nobody wants him. Maybe Gavin Walter isn't the pick, and maybe Joel Woodward isn't the pick. If one of those guys are there, even Lester Moreau, no, Jerome Russell are 2 picks that I think we pick. And honestly, I think Jerome Russell and Joel Woodward are the picks. Them, or Gavin Walter. If not, Ruben Madden will for sure be the pick at what he's at, as that's going to be Ruben Madden goes. I don't know who went before him. Here we go. Golden State is on the die clock, and they will get to choose. Woodward's there, Moreau is there, and Walter is there, and so is Jerome Russell, and he ends up picking Joel Woodward out of Drake. So now here's what we're going to pick. You know, we're going to pick the guy we're going to pick out of Washington State. Gonna stay in Washington. Gavin Walter is a bust. He's going to be a guy that we develop for years to come, but not actually good. Gavin Walter becomes an absolute bust out of Washington State. And Jerome Russell's like, dog, damn, we should have taken him. We had the opportunity, and he was up there on our pick list. Damn, we moved out of that badly. Jerome Russell ends up not being oh so good, and now we pay for it.
Are now on the clock.
As you see, we have the 13th pick in the 5th round randomly, but everything else 31st, 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 23rd, 31st, 31st, you know. Got the guy I wanted anyways. Haha. It's a good ass pick, as the Broncos are now on the clock. Yo, Bills Mafia said they're here. They're not here. So if you go check it out, yuck. Big Smacks 43 is gone. No green light for him, so he's not here, essentially. And that's going to be a skipped pick Skipped Paylock.
The Bills are now on the
Jaden
clock.
Falconer is actually a very good running back. Goes to thy bur.
The
He's
Rams are now on the clock.
Kiari Wilkinson. So two top tier running backs go back to back in the second round, and that's usually people look for their running backs. Your rotator running backs. I'll be Devin Singletary. From years ago, came out of this draft, same team, same place, and made some plays. So.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Kendall Goldsberry, another guy that could have been picked by the
The Salt Lake
Washington
City
Redskins,
Elks are now
falls
on the clock.
down. Lester Barome picked quarterback for the Elk.
The
Going to Salt Lake Hill.
Elks are now on
Jamar
the
Newman, Terrence Rush out of right end out of Wisconsin. Gonna go. I don't think this guy's on either. He's not. So I would just skip it.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
The Dolphins are back
The
in it.
Seahawks are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock.
It's going pretty quick. I think we're actually almost up as well. Again. Well, Devane Godshaw, I'm not saying I'm shopping him, but he's been brought up in the talk about a trade. Now, obviously, I'm not going to, completely go out and say I'm going to trade him right now. Obviously, nobody just wants to get traded, if they love it out here. And, but Devon Godshaw, we'll see what he looks like in a Steelers jersey, as the Steelers have proposed a trade. Now, we have their word. We don't exactly have that they're being serious. He is kind of buried in the thing. Malik Collinson is going to have to step up. I don't think this would actually go through necessarily, but I'm going to send it to him. He's got Juju, which is not a terrible. I'm not going to give him up for just a second. He says no. I'm not too
The
concerned.
Panthers are now on the clock.
And I'll just
The
send
Ravens
this
are
pick.
now on the clock.
Ravens are on the clock. Send it. Cardinals are not. Are they here? Yes, they are actually here. Or they at least are on. So. Yeah, there's guys I want late, and fifth round picks in this draft are gonna be pretty bold. And I would bank off something besides this draft. Chiefs rep. I'll say wait until he says like something like team that.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Titans aren't here, so I'll wait. I'm sending it, see if I can get lucky with it. Trade accepted by Steelers. There we go. So we have three second round picks now, and we're gonna pick a D tackle, no doubt about it. No more receivers. We're done with receivers. No more. Reed Andrews, you're a 7th rounder. There's some chance that you get picked, for sure. As Clifton Jones is looking damn good. Just the fact that he's a 3rd round pick, an early one, I think we'll take him with our very last second round pick. Other than that, maybe we don't really need any of that. I think what I wanted to do is get rid of. I wanted to get rid of Troy Apke. I want to give him more reps. It doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. So back up lineman. Nah, we're gonna work with what we've got, evidently. 2 first-round picks that never got picked. Angelo Winslow kind of went through without a pick.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
You want a deep threat? Usually those are the guys that are pretty fucking quick. So I mean, yeah. Or is it slot fuckers? I don't know which ones it honestly is. Hold reorder is going to be there. I can't really do anything about it. Henry McPherson is going to be a steal to the Cowboys at a Boston college. Ooh, yo, what a play. What a pick. What a pick. What a pick. They really, they made a comeback. They made a chance. Redskins, we came back, the old Steelers, Shaw Vikings, he was like, damn. We were knocking heads, and then he asked what happened. Now we lost. We made a run for him. We tried to go all the way to the playoffs, and here's Jimmy. He's like, damn, good run. Because listen, we were an unknown team. We came in late, and we brought him to an playoff berth. We changed the season around. We changed the culture. I came in, became coach, and changed thy culture. Changed the culture in Washington. Came into Washington and changed the culture, changed the way they ran the offense and everything. And it took a while. Obviously, this season was when it started, and like I said, we changed the culture, and the culture's different, makes it better. This was a running team the first year. They were really trying to bargain about Darius Geis making plays, and our picks coming up. We have no clue who we're picking. Does a an issue? And I don't want a receiver, so we might go down and pick a middle linebacker, Devion Dunn, going to play outside.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
And they pick Rick Anthony, not a terrible pick, out of Texas Tech. And I would be fine with a pick like that at end, or outside linebacker that we could put it in. I don't see anybody. Roosevelt, Mayberry, Doesn't look terrible. He's got speed. Werner McMullen is as well good. 265, 256, 65, 256. Are you 6'2"? You're 6'2". You're 6'5". We're taking you. Roosevelt Mayberry is the pick, and he's not a terrible one. Obviously, a lot of very low block shed stuff there. So, tackling wise, he's gonna have to be an outside linebacker. He'll start, and we'll move Cole Holcomb down as well. As we wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks. We're up 30. We got 30, 31, and we might set a draft board and just leave it. Particularly these drafts. I'll put them in order that I want. And I'll start doing that actually right now. So, players that we're gonna pick. And we're going to pick out, obviously, one guy we're going to end up getting is Clifton Jones. Clifton Jones is one guy we're going to go after.
The Colts are now on the clock.
We should probably pick a fullback. We haven't really done any of those. Utility fullback, we'll look at you. Parker Ruffin is a guy we're going to draft. How good are you? We're gonna look to draft you. Jesse Irons would be another great pick for us. And Aaron Walker's not terrible. I really want Aaron Walker as well. So we'll look at him. Devion Dunn is another guy we'll look at. And maybe another cornerback down here in the final stretch. Kenan Fells doesn't look terrible. Quincy Sparks looks pretty good. Honestly, a really fast free safety that we can convert to corner to play the slot would be ideal. Zach Beard looks really good for that, so we're going to put him on our draft board. And we need to rearrange this. Can we rearrange draft board? I think we can. Okay, just skip the rest of my picks. Oh, I'm up. Shit. We knew who we want to pick. Who was it? It was on my draft board. I said I was going to pick. Fuck, where is he? On my draft board, 'cause he got picked. Fuck.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
I forgot to pick, and we got Deontay Bradshaw, who I'm not even gonna worry about. I forgot I had a pick, and I think there was a couple of guys I wanted to pick. Damn, who picked him? Another guy we want to take is Devion Dunn. He's a mid-second rounder we need to take. Aaron Walker is an late third rounder. We might even get him. We have one more pick. I should have taken both. Unfortunately, I screwed up. Aaron Walker's a better guy than Devion Dunn. If I had to get one of them, I'd want Aaron Walker. Aaron Walker, 73 overall. Incredible pick at where we found him. And, that's what we needed. So, okay, now I'm going to set this draft board and have everything going where I want it. So, obviously, if we could, Devion Dunn looks to be the first pick. Jesse Irons is another guy we want.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
If we were to get anybody, I'd rather get him, then the tight end, and then you're our last option. I'd rather have Zach Beard, even over Jeremy. That's how we're working. We might even get a pick off. I'm gonna put people in. I think we have more picks than that. Darian
The
McGeehee,
Broncos are now on the clock.
very phenomenal player. Do we have anybody like hella late? Tony Kaiser, who might see some plays, and Keenan Smith. We'll look to get Keenan Smith, an elusive back out of Oregon. We'll go right there. Uh, DeMarcus Kinney.
The Bills are now on the clock.
There's nobody else out here that we like.
The Rams
Hella
are now
want.
on the clock.
Joseph Bishop.
The Bengals are now
Maybe.
on the clock.
As that's
The
him invite me
Salt
back
Lake
to
City
parties. I said I'd
Elks
be back
are
by
now
now.
on the clock. The Salt Lake City Elks are now on the clock.
John
The Dolphins
Bossy.
are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
We shouldn't get anybody we don't want. Realistically. I'll put him on here. Honor. And if Kedrick Wade makes it to like heal here, we'll draft him. We have a lot of undrafted talent coming in and a couple 7th rounders. I just don't see us needing. We probably should have like one receiver that's depth. Let's look for speed here. I'm just gonna pop through and look for some speed. Irvin Brooks isn't that quick cost. They're in Gunter, D. Stanley. Cedric Wade's not even that quick. LaJarvis Easton. Kent Weathers. Adonis. Dion Peck.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Steve McGee.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
Millard. Townsell. Overstreet. Jason King, if we can get him. They don't want to run a 4-3. I'm not drafting them. Four, 3, 7. Quashon Garnes is gonna get drafted, and we're gonna put him a wee bit higher than we have him on here. On here, we'll put Jason King.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Behind Parker, and then we'll put Kashawn behind Zach Beard. $11 guys here. I think we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks. So Reed Andrews may not even get picked. So in reality, I don't think Kendrick Wade makes it. Actually, I think all the guys we've chosen to pick actually have been gone. So like I said, Kendrick Wade. I don't think we get all these guys. All the guys that we wanted have been gone. So we're gonna start getting these picks. We pick next. Kendrick Wade would go. But I might just look for value at this point if we're gonna stay for this long. Angela Winslow 4.48. Irvin Brooks 4.63. Nothing I'm looking for. Vernon McMullen. Maybe Darren Gunter. 4-6. Nah, nada. D. Stanley, 4.48. Kendrick Wade is a 4.58, which is not something I want.
The Texans
Well,
are
Jarvis
now on the clock.
Easton, no.
The
I mean, if I'm gonna
Browns are
pick,
now on the clock.
I'm thinking Angela Winslow. You gotta think, right?
The Saints are now on the clock.
I think the best option out there, and I think he's the greatest option.
The Giants
Or
are
we
now on the
take
clock.
Vernon McMullen, which is
The Steelers.
this guy was
are
supposed to
now
go in
on
the
clock.
very first round,
The
and he's
Redskins
dropped
are now on the clock.
substantially. What do we want? We want depth, or do we want depth at linebackers? See how low it is. No, we can't have time.
The
Aaron
Raiders
Brooks.
are now on the clock.
I'm ahead on that one. Thank you for watching. Who's always up, but as much as we can. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.